Once upon a time, Toys R Us was the go-to destination for children and parents alike. A magical wonderland filled with every toy imaginable. At its peak, Toys R Us dominated the toy retail market globally. But despite its iconic status, the company faced a dramatic downfall, eventually filing for bankruptcy in 2017. So how did one of the most beloved retail brands collapse? In this video, we're taking a deep dive into the rise and fall of Toys R Us, exploring the company's golden years, its struggles with modern retail, and the factors that led to its ultimate demise. The golden age of Toys R Us. Toys R Us began in 1948 as a baby furniture store named Children's Bargain Town in Washington, D.C., founded by Charles Lazarus. Lazarus had a vision. He wanted to create a one-stop shop where parents could buy all their baby and children's needs. He soon noticed that toys were flying off the shelves faster than any other item, and this led him to pivot his business model. By 1957, Lazarus had opened the first official Toys R Us store, a toy superstore that revolutionized the way toys were sold. The concept was simple but powerful. Dedicate large warehouse-style stores entirely to toys. This model allowed the company to stock an unparalleled selection of products, from action figures and board games to video games and outdoor toys. Throughout the 1980s and 1990s, Toys R Us was the undisputed king of toy retail. The company's famous slogan, "I don't want to grow up, I'm a Toys R Us kid," became a staple of American culture, and the chain expanded rapidly, opening hundreds of stores across the US and globally. By 1998, Toys R Us had over 1,450 locations worldwide. Toys R Us became a retail giant thanks to its ability to offer the largest selection of toys under one roof. The company's iconic mascot, Jeffrey the Giraffe, became a beloved figure, cementing Toys R Us in the hearts of children everywhere. The rise of e-commerce and changing consumer behavior. However, the rise of the digital age in the early 2000s began to change the retail landscape. The growth of e-commerce, led by giants like Amazon and Walmart, started to shift consumer preferences. Online shopping allowed consumers to compare prices easily and enjoy the convenience of home delivery, benefits that Toys R Us struggled to match. Toys R Us faced another problem. Big box retailers like Walmart and Target were offering a similar selection of toys, often at lower prices. With their vast distribution networks and ability to offer other household items, these retailers created one-stop shopping experiences, making them increasingly attractive to busy parents. Instead of embracing the e-commerce revolution, Toys R Us was slow to adapt. The company failed to develop a robust online platform, a mistake that would prove costly. In fact, in 2000, Toys R Us entered into an exclusive partnership with Amazon to handle its online sales. While this deal may have seemed beneficial at the time, it ultimately gave Amazon an edge in the toy market. Amazon gained valuable insights into the industry and developed its own toy selling strategies, while Toys R Us missed the opportunity to build its own e-commerce presence. By the mid-2000s, consumer behavior had shifted dramatically. Parents were no longer flocking to large warehouse-style stores to buy toys, especially when online shopping offered better deals and greater convenience. The once bustling aisles of Toys R Us began to empty. Financial struggles and private equity takeover. Toys R Us faced another major obstacle: financial mismanagement. Despite being a profitable business throughout much of the 1990s, the company was burdened with debt. In 2005, a private equity group led by Kohlberg Kravis Roberts, KKR, Bain Capital, and Vornado Realty Trust acquired Toys R Us in a leveraged buyout for $6.6 billion. This deal loaded the company with $5 billion in debt. The leveraged buyout required Toys R Us to focus heavily on debt payments rather than reinvesting in the business. This left the company unable to innovate, improve its stores, or effectively compete with the rapidly growing e-commerce market. With over $400 million in interest payments due annually, Toys R Us was struggling to stay afloat. The debt-ridden company had fewer resources to invest in its digital transformation, modernize its stores, or launch marketing campaigns to attract new customers. While competitors like Target and Walmart were expanding their online presence, Toys R Us fell further behind. Poor store experience and competition. Another critical issue was the in-store experience. Throughout the 2010s, Toys R Us stores began to feel outdated. The company failed to upgrade its retail locations to keep up with competitors like Target and Walmart, which were investing heavily in remodeling and creating more attractive shopping environments. Customers complained that Toys R Us stores were disorganized, with cluttered aisles and a lack of customer service. The warehouse-style layout that had once been a strength now felt more like a weakness, as parents preferred the convenience of online shopping or the more modern, well-lit stores of its competitors. At the same time, Toys R Us faced increasing competition from online retailers and big box stores. Walmart, Target, and Amazon were selling the same toys, often at lower prices, and they had the added benefit of offering other household items. Parents who once made special trips to Toys R Us were now buying toys alongside their groceries or ordering them online with a click of a button. Bankruptcy and the fall of Toys R Us. By 2017, the weight of its debt, competition from e-commerce, and changing consumer behavior proved too much for Toys R Us to bear. In September of that year, the company filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in the U.S. The plan was to restructure its debt and keep stores open through the holiday season. But it wasn't enough. In March 2018, Toys R Us announced that it would close all of its 800 U.S. stores and liquidate its assets. This marked the end of an era for a company that had once been synonymous with childhood joy and excitement. The company also closed or sold off its international stores, including those in the UK, Australia, and Canada, though a few locations managed to remain open. The legacy and attempted comeback. Despite the downfall, the Toys R Us brand remains iconic, and its legacy as a retail powerhouse is still remembered fondly by millions who grew up with it. In late 2018, a company called True Kids acquired the intellectual property rights to Toys R Us, including the brand name, Jeffrey the Giraffe, and other assets. The new owners attempted to relaunch the brand with a smaller footprint, opening a handful of stores in the US. However, this revival was short-lived as the new stores closed by early 2021 due to poor sales and the ongoing challenges of the retail market. Despite these setbacks, the company has since pivoted to a new strategy. Toys R Us partnered with Macy's to launch Toys R Us shops inside Macy's department stores across the US. The brand also expanded its online presence, offering an e-commerce platform in collaboration with Macy's. What do you think led to the downfall of Toys R Us? Do you believe the brand could make a successful comeback? Let us know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into the rise and fall of an iconic brand, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content on the business.